Arsenal 0 and Newcastle United 0. It is definitely full time 0-0. 1 point has been gained by both sides, with Arsenal being in the first position and extending their lead by 1 point. And then, not forgetting that Newcastle United is also been playing quite well and in the third position. Also extends their lead with just only 1 point. Hello, everyone, and do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. We definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest right about here. And we are into a match reaction of a game that has just happened, a game between two great clubs that have come to make more records, set more records, with Arsenal now having 11 games without being beaten at all. And then Newcastle United also sending a message to other clubs, getting to the 13th game unbeaten, and that's definitely quite good of any club. However, Arsenal have, I don't know why, but there's been quite a bit of things that I've not liked in this game. At least Mikel Arteta should have known that this person is playing exactly Mikel Arteta is playing, and possibly he should have changed a little bit more things. A few more things should have changed in this game, because when you see the formation Eddie Howe was playing, Newcastle was playing a formation of 4-3-3, and Arsenal were playing a formation of 4-3-3. So Eddie Howe and Mikel Arteta did note that they didn't deter for quite long. They didn't deter for quite long. Almost whatever they played was the same. Of them were playing attacking football, and nothing changed at all. So people who have been asking about the table, I'm going to be bringing to the table. You're going to be getting everything you need to know about this. All you need to do is just to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related, as we are talking about a game that has been wonderful, a game between Arsenal and Newcastle United, and it is a battle of champions between Arsenal and Newcastle United, with top clubs that have been performing very well of recent. Arsenal has been performing quite well of recent, and we thought possibly a record was going to be broken because Arsenal hasn't lost in a very long period of time, and neither has Newcastle lost in a very long period of time. Looking at the table about how these teams have been performing, and that's the table. You can see Arsenal has ended this game with 0-0. You can see Arsenal has ended this game with 0-0, and that has made Arsenal have 44 points and still on top of the table, with Manchester City in the second position with 36 points. But I will remember that Manchester City will be facing Chelsea very soon, and that could be a bonus for Arsenal. And that meaning that Newcastle United has 35 points, and that is also from 34 points to 35 points. That's 1 point extra. So let us know what you think in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal related. We're definitely dedicated to bringing to you the latest right here, as we keep on telling you that it has been a tight game. At the beginning of the game, those of you who were with me in the match, in the watch along, who watched, for those of you who watched the watch along with me, I told you that this game, something definitely needed to be done if winning is something that Mikel Arteta was looking at. I predicted this very right, and I said it was going to be a draw. It was definitely going to be a draw. That's what I said, and it has come out as a draw, because I saw what Arsenal were playing is what Newcastle United were playing. There was not much difference at all between the two clubs, not much difference. So at least Mikel Arteta should have understood that there at least possibly they would have gone for defensive. They would have played a defensive game, because their counterfeits are definitely playing an attacking game, and that leaves gap for counterattacks. With giving that gives the chances a chance to the likes of Bukayo Saka to swing and make sure they can make counterattacks and score as many goals as they can. But it was just a one-on-one attack me, I attack you, attack me, I attack you, and with that, there is nothing that has resulted into nothing positive has resulted into this. Definitely, if you watch the game, if you've seen the game, you've realized that gameplay, almost everything that happened was just the same. With Bukayo Saka trying to attack, Edin Ketia trying to attack, and the absence of William Saliba definitely proves quite a lot. The absence of William Saliba proves, not William Saliba, sorry, Gabriel Jesus proves quite a lot. That definitely means perfect replacement is definitely needed. We cannot lie. Sorry, Arsenal cannot lie. Arsenal cannot rely on Edin Ketia. Edin Ketia is a good football player, but he's still young. You cannot rely on Edin Ketia alone. A football player like Mikhail Mudryk is definitely needed at Arsenal so that things get better for Arsenal. And Arsenal have extended the lead with the lead from Manchester City by 1 point, but that 1 point is definitely not enough. Between me and you, we all know that Manchester City cannot be trusted. It can come from nothing and take the trophy. So the lead needs to be extended. 1 point wasn't enough. I was not happy with 1 point. 1 point was definitely not enough. It's good, but it's better than nothing. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not the best. So at least Mikel Arteta should have understood that. And even at the beginning of the game, I said it. I completely said it at the beginning of the game. I was on point. I said a different formation is something that Mikel Arteta should have looked at. Not playing a 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is what this gentleman, Eddie Howe, who is the manager of Newcastle United, has played. That's what he's been playing. Something different needs to happen, because if all of them are playing the same football, that means the game is definitely going to end goalless. And that's what has happened. I said it. I said it because I could properly see it that there was something wrong. Definitely, because Arsenal is a great club and they are playing well. They're not going to concede goals. They are not going to lose that game. They were not willing to lose the game, but also they were not in position of winning. I don't think that was a great thing that Mikel Arteta did. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. For those of you who watched the watch along, I said it was going to be a draw for the reasons best mentioned in the watch along. I said in the watch along that simply because what they are doing is not the best. That definitely means both of them, Eddie Howe didn't have the knowledge to think that if he wanted possibly to beat Arsenal, he needed to change the formation because Arsenal is playing the same football as him. And neither did Mikel Arteta think about this. Mikel Arteta should have been in a better position of thinking that Eddie Howe should not beat him at all. I know they have signed football players, they've signed great football players, they've invested in Newcastle, but again, Arsenal has better players than Newcastle United. Even just by putting one-on-one, comparing one-on-one, Arsenal is much better a football club than Newcastle United is. So there shouldn't have been any reason whatsoever as to why Mikel Arteta should have drawn. This should haven't been games shared. This should have been 3 points for Arsenal. And if you understand what I'm trying to communicate, if you understand what I'm trying to say, you realize that it was a mistake that Mikel Arteta made. It was a blind mistake, a very big mistake. He can play 4-3-3, and you also play 4-3-3. Or possibly if there was a big gap between if Arsenal were playing a weaker team, way weaker team, I would do for them because they would be much better than them, and they would be better than them at the same game. But all these clubs, when you look, I don't know what was going in the head of Mikel Arteta, because when you look at when you look at how these gentlemen have been playing of recent, Newcastle have been playing very, very well. They have not lost a single game ever since 13 games. 13 games now. They've not lost. And that definitely meant you couldn't just play the same way they are playing. Something out of the box was needed to be thought about by Mikel Arteta so that positive results can be put on the table. And I think next time Mikel Arteta is playing, I think he should think about this so that he does not play exactly what their opponent is playing. It's not healthy. It's not good at all to play what your opponent is playing. And that is not good, and that's why Arsenal has been cost 2 points down, definitely. And very many clubs, when you see the table, when you see the table just says it all. The table says it all because that narrows the gap between Manchester City and Arsenal. And Arsenal could be in danger at any time. But Arsenal should be playing. Arsenal should be playing right about now that Chelsea beat Newcastle United and not Newcastle, Man City, so that the lead can even go much better. So let us know what you think in the comment section so that you do not miss out on anything. Arsenal that has also bring to you as long as it is sporting, as long as it is Arsenal related. We are definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest right about here. And we are in the transfer season talking about transfers, who's gone where, who's remaining at the club, and not forgetting who is the club buying. We will always make a point to bring to you the latest straight as it is, and we are always the first people to bring to you the latest. It has ended 0-0 with a few targets, with a few shots on target, and I've not been so happy about it. You can see the table. The table tells it to you all that something definitely needed to be done. Arsenal having 4 points, 44 points. That was definitely not enough. That was not enough. At least it needed to get to 46 points. 2 more points were definitely needed to extend the lead. And I think that is definitely something to think about by Mikel Arteta. And when you look at shots, with 17 shots for Arsenal and 8 shots for Newcastle United, Arsenal failed to get a goal. Shots on target, Newcastle United just had 4 shots. Just 1 shot for Newcastle United. Shots on target. Then Arsenal had 4. And definitely that was not quite good. Ball possession, Arsenal was in a better position with 67% and 33% for Newcastle United. Arsenal should have been in a better position of winning this sport. The attacking firepower this time was definitely not enough. And I don't think Eddie Nketiah is the perfect man that Mikel Arteta should look at, more especially when he is having the Premier League title in his hands. Premier League titles definitely is in his hands, and Edin Nketiah is there. Edin Nketiah is a very good football player, but he might not be the football player to lead Arsenal to victory. And I repeat, it might not be like that. It was a rough game with 10 fouls for Arsenal and 16 fouls for Newcastle United. Very rough game. Nothing tactical was in there. It was by chance that there wasn't a red card in that game because it was definitely very, very, very massive. It was massacre. It was a very massacre game. One offside for us, then 4 offsides for Newcastle United, and both teams had 5 corners, 5 corner kicks, and I think Arsenal definitely needed to do something. So. And let's get into the comment section, and we see you can let us know in the comment section whether you think what you think about the game, what you think should be done, what you think should be done in the next game, whether you think Edin Nketiah should stay on the game. It is the right thing what they are trying to do to get Mikhail Mudryk, the Shakhtar Donetsk football player, Ukraine international, so that he can come and possibly make sure that things go on quite well. Into the comment section, I can see Michael Mwanja saying this is football and it's around. It's round. Remember, Newcastle has few conceded this season, and we try our best. The team has no depth. to change the game. Okay, I understand what you're saying. That is a very good point, Mr. Michael Manji. That's a very good point. Arsenal do not have the depth to make sure they can change here and there. And this is where the general transfer window is here. They need to use this as a big opportunity to make sure that they have different opportunities. Let us know still what you think in the comment section so that you do not miss out as we tell you that it is full time and Arsenal has not seen the net of Newcastle United and neither has Newcastle United seen the net of Arsenal. Please subscribe and do not forget to ring that notification bell so you do not miss on whatever we bring to you as we tell you thank you and goodbye for now.